library advisory board students, administrators, teachers, staff. Very exciting opportunity that we all have today. Whether you took home and career skills last semester or you're taking it this semester, you have been exploring all different kinds of careers and healthy cooking and healthy lifestyles. We have a unique opportunity today to meet two Chittenango graduates, yes, Chittenango, who have had the unique vision to be able to combine what they love in life, which is vegan cooking lifestyle, and graphic novels, movie making, so many different aspects of their life that they enjoy. They've been able to combine that all into a career. They've also become authors. They've written this vegan cookbook that we have in the library. It's also an ebook you can get onto your iPads. So they've had a lot of different experiences that they're going to share with you today. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Chris Cooney and John Ted.
What's up, guys? I talk really loud, so I'm not going to use that microphone because it'll be even louder and you guys are going to just be covering your ears. So, I am the host of a YouTube channel called Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. Has anybody seen it? Cool, awesome. So you might recognize this mug right here. But the creator of the show is my good buddy Chris. I'm going to turn over to him. He's going to talk about how we started this whole thing.
How's it going? I'm going to use the microphone because I don't talk a lot of
He's a soft-spoken guy.
Thanks for everybody for coming out here. Not like you really had a choice, but so we are the Vegan Zombie, and that is a vegan cooking show set in a zombie apocalypse. And we do that on YouTube. Does everybody knows what YouTube is? How many of you have seen our show on YouTube? Cool. How many of you know what vegan is? Cool. Does anybody like The Walking Dead? Okay, so that's three things: that's zombies, vegan cooking, and YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna go way back. So I was a student just like you guys were in Chittenango, but back when I was in middle school, this building didn't exist, so I was at Lake Street, way back in the day. And I was really into, like, I'd been born in a family that my dad, would take home movies all the time, so I really loved making videos, making movies. Does anybody like making videos? Anybody like putting them on YouTube or anything like that? Awesome. Okay, so I grew up, making little short videos with my brother, sister, and friends, and fast forward to when I was about 16, I had a job. I saved up all my money. What are you guys looking forward to when you're 16? Driving a car. So what do you think I saved my money up to when I was to buy when I turned 16? Exactly, I bought a camera. So I had enough money to buy a car, and I bought a camera because, remember, back then, it wasn't so easy to, cameras weren't that easy. Today, you can just pull out your cell phone. Everybody's got a cell phone, and usually they have cameras on them. Back then, there was no cell phones or digital cameras. If you wanted a camcorder, you had to buy, the ones that took the cassette tapes, and they were pretty expensive.
They were like this big?
Yeah. So I bought a camcorder because my friend had a car, so we just drove around and filmed everything. Filmed skateboarding and everything we like to do. We would try to make short horror movies, and they ended up turning, they were funny because it's hard to be scared of your friend wearing a hockey mask because you know it's your friend. So fast forward, a couple more years. Now it's time for college. So what did I want to do when I went to college? Well, back then, I wanted to be a movie director. I wanted to direct films, but I didn't know anybody in Hollywood, and I didn't know anybody in the industry, and I wasn't independently wealthy, so I thought that would probably be a dead end for me, because the internet wasn't what it is today. All we could do was send an email back then. And so I thought, what else do I want to do? So I decided I want to be a special agent for the FBI. Does anybody want to do that? A few of you? So that's what I wanted to do. So I worked really hard to do that. I went to school and I got a degree in criminal justice, and I ended up getting a job as a special investigator. So I'm working that one day. I never did get in the FBI, and I'm working my job, driving the back roads of upstate New York. And it was about 6 years ago this time of year. And I was thinking to myself, I don't really love this. I don't love doing this. I don't want to do this the rest of my life and retire and have that be it. I want to do something I'm really passionate about, something that I love doing. And so I started brainstorming, what do I love? And I love making film, I love making video, and now we have YouTube, we have the internet. So there's a platform to get your work out there to the mass, so everybody can see your work. And so, what else do I like? I like the horror genre. I like all movies, but I really like scary movies, horror. And I've been vegan for over half of my life, so that was just like everyday life for me. So I put all three of those together, and it wasn't long before I came up with the concept of the vegan zombie. So I went home and I drafted up a script for a movie. So this is a zombie apocalypse movie where the zombie infection was brought on by the meat and the dairy that were contaminated that people ate. So the survivors were the vegans. And I wanted to make this movie, but I wanted to, I'd always been doing video production as a hobby, and I wanted to get better. I wanted to know how the pros did it. So I started learning on YouTube, self-help tutorials of how to get better at video editing and visual effects and special effects. So I started doing that, and I wanted to make this movie, but I knew it was going to be low budget, but I wanted it to be the best quality I could do. And what better way to learn than to just go out there and start making them? So I had this idea, why don't I just do a YouTube show that's like a cooking show? Because at the time there were no vegan cooking shows on YouTube, and the cooking shows that I did see, they were kind of boring, and I wanted to make something that was fun and exciting. So I was learning how to edit better and promote veganism. And my friends and I, like every year, would get together around Vegan Thanksgiving. Well, we call it Vegan Thanksgiving, and we would all make a different dish for like a little potluck. And we did that for about 10 years prior to that. And one of my good friends that we did it was John. So I thought, well, I don't really like being in front of the camera. I like being behind the camera. So I need a host for the show, and I'll just make it funny, and we'll just start showing our recipes, and we'll do it in a zombie apocalypse. Some of them will have zombies in it. It'll be funny, it'll be entertaining, it'll be exciting. So I met John at Wegmans one night, and I told him about the story. He was really excited, and he said, yeah, let's do it. So we started filming a few episodes. And basically, we just did different dishes that we made on Vegan Thanksgiving. And we put it out there, and usually when I put a video up, I would show a couple of my friends and my family. So maybe 10 or 15 people saw it. Well, I put this up in like 50 or 60, we got 50 or 60 views. So I was like, wow, John, like people want to see this. So we started making more and more, and we got more views, and all the way till today. Now we have about just a little bit under 3.5 million views and a little over 70,000 subscribers. We did a Kickstarter campaign, and we were successful, and we made this book. So we made a cookbook. And it's a kind of a unique cookbook because in the beginning, as she might have said earlier, there's a graphic novel, and it kind of tells like a little quick story of the vegan zombie. So John, the host of the show, I'm going to turn it back over to him, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his background. You don't need this.
Nah.
No.
Oh, geez. I just remember, I went to school here, and I just remember being a little goofball in 7th and 8th grade. You guys are probably a bunch of goofballs, right? Yeah. All right, so now I'm just a big, giant goofball 20 years later. But back when I was your age, I always wanted to be a performer. I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to be a rock star. I learned how to play trombone, and I sang in select chorus all the way up through high school. I was in 10th grade. And for some reason, I just had this dream to own my own cafe, and I was vegan. I went vegan at about 15 years old, and I just remember I started to take school a lot more serious. I was still a goofball, don't get me wrong, but I really I buckled down. I got really good grades because I wanted to go to college. I wanted to own this cafe. And I wanted to be a rock star. So I figure when I'm not touring the world playing music in front of millions of fans, I'll be, making some sort of delicious vegan food, right? So I went to college, and I got my management degree, and then I went to culinary school shortly after. I went to a place that's it specialized in natural foods. So they had a lot of vegetarian options. They did have meat, but they didn't make me work with it because that wasn't what I was into doing. So I got my culinary certificate in 2006. And then I joined a band, and I actually got to tour the world. I was in a band called the Scarlet Ending, which sounds darker than it is, but it's not scary music or anything like that. And we toured all over the world. We played for the troops overseas, and that was all a lot of fun. And I was like, wow, guys, I'm really living the dream. While I was in the band, that's when I met up with Chris, and we sat down and we said, let's make these cooking shows. And it was really fun because I got to be a goofball and we got to broadcast it. Now, it got a little scary when we started to get a lot of views because I started to lie awake at night and say, there's thousands of people that are watching my face on the computer screen. Like, oh my God, it's kind of like stage fright. I don't think about that anymore. We get a lot of great messages from people saying, you helped us eat healthier, you helped us go vegan, which is kind of what we want to do. Or you are hilarious, John. I watch your videos and I laugh all the time. That's always great to hear. People are watching the recipes, and we inspired a lot of people to cook on their own. They said, you guys should come up and make a cookbook based on these videos. And that's why we did the Kickstarter, was to fund making that cookbook. We asked for $18,000, which is about bare minimum for what we wanted for the cookbook.
Right.
And we ended up raising $45,000. So it was like, hey, we're onto something. And it was at that point, the band, everybody decided to grow up and get married and have kids and move all across the country. So we stopped playing and we took the Vegan Zombie to the next level. And since then, we've been all over the world. You want to tell them any stories? I mean, we just got back from Germany in last fall, so I'm sure there's a good story you have for that.
Yeah, we did a book tour in Germany because our book is translated to German as well. And we just toured the entire country, stopped at each city. It was really fun, but we didn't really have a lot of time to explore the cities and see the sights. And so we had a lot of fun doing that. We did dinner parties there, and we were also invited to do a vegan cruise. So, I mean, how can you turn down a free vacation where you get paid to go on a cruise? I've never been on a cruise before. So we went down to the Bahamas, and we basically did presentations like this, and we did like a cooking demo, and we got invited to go back this year, so we're going to Alaska in September. So,
being in Germany was really, it was weird because everybody be speaking in German, and then they'd switch over to English, and I don't speak German, so I kind of felt stupid over there. Okay, we switched to English now for you guys. I'm like, thanks.
Well, it's a good thing that they spoke English because we couldn't have done the presentation in German.
Yeah, we'd have a translator standing up there.
Does anybody have any questions about anything? We've done a lot through, just coming up with a simple idea that we never thought we would do. Just two buddies from Chittenango, and we've got to meet so many cool people, and just having an awesome time and inspire people to go vegan and
to get in the kitchen.
Get in the kitchen.
What kind of hateful comments did you get on YouTube?
What kind of what?
What kind of hateful comments did you get on YouTube?
What kind of comments?
Hateful ones?
Oh,
Well, I guess.
Oh, we get some hate.
not that much.
Every once in a while, you'll get. We call them trolls, right? The internet
Yeah.
trolls. Yeah. It's not really that much. Every couple of videos, somebody will say something nasty, but you just gotta shrug.
We have a pretty loyal following, so we don't really. It's weird because a lot of other videos get a lot of dislikes. We don't really get a lot of dislikes on our videos. Don't go and dislike our video now. But usually we get dislikes when we do a collaboration with somebody else. I don't know why, but they're protective. They don't want anybody to be in a video with you. I don't know. You?
Has anything funny happened during making one of your videos? To the YouTube comments, what do you expect?
What was the second one?
The YouTube comments, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
usually, okay.
People want to say mean things just to get a rise.
Are you talking about first time?
Yeah, funny things that happen when we're making a video.
Yeah, we have like a whole blooper
There's so
reel.
many outtakes because I was making macaroni and cheese, and I dropped the bowl into the sauce that I was making. I made a huge mess and splashed everywhere.
He had a bowl full of spices that he was gonna pour in, and he goes, now you just wanna like, and it just, the whole bowl fell in, and he just looked at the camera, and he's like, well, that's not what's supposed to happen. But yeah, I mean.
Or I'll go to bite into something that we just made and it's way too hot and I'm just, oh.
One time we were making the potato salad one day, and we went to get the potatoes that were already pre-cooked and cooled off. We went to get them and they were all gone. And then my dog's in the corner sitting there with a big smile on his face. Well, you know.
Dog smile.
Dog smile. Okay. In the back, over there?
What was the most hilarious blooper you ever had?
The most hilarious blooper.
There's so many of them.
Yeah. What about the one where, okay, so John was so tired when he was filming that he was using like half a cup of tofu, and he said
I kept saying half a cup, but it was half a package.
yeah, he said half a cup, and I go, no, it's half a package, and I put the camera back up to film, and he goes, half a cup, I'm like, no, John, half a package, and it happened like 4 times in a row. I'm like, John, he's like, oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, we had to be up until 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I'd have to work the next morning at 7, so I was...
Probably that one or the one that we just said where he dropped the whole bowl in there. You'd have to see it. It's on a blooper reel, so you can see it. You way in the back? No, actually, I was 14 years old when I went vegetarian, and that was very easy. Going vegan was a little bit harder, but no. Once I learned about it, it just, to me, it was gross. So, yeah, it wasn't that hard. Once you do it, and you can learn that there's so many different, really good foods that you can eat instead. You just got to get used to breaking the tradition, I guess. Right there, Syracuse?
What's your favorite vegan recipe that you've made so far?
Oh, probably, I don't know. The stuffed spinach and broccoli pizza. It's really good.
Favorite, yep.
That's probably, I don't eat it that often, but when I do, I eat the whole. No,
Probably the burrito bowl for me, the one that we just did. I make that like twice a week sometimes. Gray shirt.
right there.
Have there been any funny bloopers for like the zombies? So they did, if they are.
We have this one girl that came on our set, and she kept, every time we would film, she kept laughing and smiling. So John made up a song, and you hear one just sing it. Laura, the smiling zombie.
It's Laura, the smiling zombie.
And she'd always like.
Every time I see her.
Like we'd be doing a scary scene, I'd be like panning out, and John would be coming, and then she'd come around. Oh, oops. We're like, okay, let's do that scene again.
Go ahead, buddy.
Right there. We actually just did, and we won a Libby Award for Best Vegan Cookbook of 2014. So that was pretty cool. Right there. What made us want to go vegan? Well, once you start learning about, where your food comes from, and you actually see, how your food gets from where it is to your plate, you start making like different, choices. It's partly because I don't want to be involved in animal cruelty. I want to eat as healthy as I possibly can. And when I first went vegetarian, within a couple of weeks, I felt so much more energy. And then when I went vegan, I felt even more energy. So, I was always, I was kind of lethargic as a kid, and I'd always get tired out. But after I made the change, I felt like a dramatic increase in energy. I just stayed with it. And then there was so many other reasons down the road to stay vegan. Right there?
Have you ever been tempted to eat meat?
No. No, I can honestly say that, I was so young of an age when the last meat I actually ate was Kentucky Fried Chicken popcorn, so KFC popcorn chicken, and that was 25 years ago. Let's see over on the side, right there.
What is the favorite video that you made? Like,
favorite, probably either, we're going to show you one today. Actually, we have time?
How much
Okay.
time? Do we have enough time for a couple videos?
Okay. Probably either our shepherd's pie. We did one at the Shopping Town Mall where we had a bunch of people dress up as zombies, and we just had fun at the mall after hours. So we might, actually that one doesn't work.
Oh yeah, it's too shaky.
Yeah. So probably that one or the Strong Hearts one.
Yeah.
With-
The big production ones where there was a bunch of people involved, that was a lot of fun.
We did like
Makeup
3 or
artists.
4 with like a big production where it took all day to film. Right over here again? Well, see the thing, okay, so veganism has come a long way and they have a lot of foods that imitate meats and stuff. And back when I first went vegan, they weren't as good as they are today, let's just say that. Some of them taste like cardboard boxes. But today, like there's a lot of foods that are, just as delicious and without the cruelty. So, no, I don't want to eat bacon. Who hasn't said anything yet? Well, over there. Yes, I have. The Vegan Zombie 2 is our vlog channel, and that's everything that doesn't relate to our cooking show that we talk about, and we'll talk about anything really. Our tour in Germany was on there. Our tour on the cruise in California. Over there in the end. The Vegan Zombie? It just was when I came up with the idea for the movie script. I went and I opened up an Instagram and a Twitter and all of that, YouTube account, Facebook, and right next to him. One day he took a piece of the broccoli spinach pizza. I caught him red-handed. Anyone else that hasn't said anything yet? Right there?
When you started the Vegan Zombie, did you ever think that your channel was going to get grow so big?
I kind of thought that it was going to be really slow, but I thought it was like a unique idea that, may catch on. So yeah, I thought maybe it had the potential. And did you remember? Okay.
Why zombie?
Because I like horror, and I wanted to do something that was different than the average vegan channel. So I wanted to incorporate something that I really loved, and I took horror. And over there?
When did you start your channel?
May of 2009. Do you want to, we'll get a video going? Is Win back? Yep.
If you wanted to start moving towards a vegan diet, what would you suggest as the first steps?
Well, there's so many different, avenues of information you can get from the internet. Like we made this cookbook here. Most of it is comfort food, but it's transition food because when people switch over from like what they're used to, they don't want to go to like immediately like a raw vegan healthy diet. They want to eat foods that they're familiar with. So we have like a vegan version of like a Philly cheesesteak and tacos and burritos and all those good foods that you're used to. You just learn to make them vegan. That's the first way to do it. Just think about what your favorite meals are right now and how you would make them vegan. And there's so many different recipes online. Anything you can make regular, you can make vegan as well. And right next door?
Are you able to completely support yourself in the vegan zombie activities, or do you both have other jobs as well?
We both have other jobs. I would say we would be able to if we, I have a lot of bills. I own a house and car. And so if I didn't have all the debt I already had, I would say it's definitely doable. But it's still something we're working on. I'm still a special investigator, and he works at Garden Center. So do you guys want to, how much time do we have left?
15 minutes or so.
Okay, let's, you guys want to watch a video? Yeah. Okay, real quick.
Do you guys live together?
No, we don't. We each have our own house.
Oh, that's good. You guys live near each other?
We both live in the same, like in the Syracuse area, yes.
What street?
Zombie Lane.
Okay.
Are there any more questions while we're waiting? Over there?
Question is for John. When you went to cookie school, were they able to deal with you not cooking with meat?
Yeah, the school I went to originally was macrobiota, like a super healthy, even mostly vegan school. So the reason why I actually opted to go to that one was because they said on the days that we cook meat or work with eggs, you don't even have to show up because they knew that I wasn't interested in it, and they didn't penalize me or anything like that. So it was really great. And the teachers, it's in New York City. Yeah, and since then, I mean that was 10 years ago. There's a great one in Colorado. I don't remember the names of them. There's one in Virginia. I mean, they're opening up all over because it's such a growing entity now. So,
And then
yeah.
Ruby Cooking School, which is the online one. That
Oh yeah, the
everybody
online
does.
one. That's you can do anything.
In the back?
Does that mean you don't eat like yogurt and eggs or reject your dairy products?
Right, but they do have vegan yogurt that tastes pretty much exactly the same. Yes?
Do you guys still drink soda?
I mean, soda's vegan, yes, but I don't drink soda. I'm pretty healthy. I stay away from, I drink water and juices and smoothies. John, you still drink soda, right?
I drink a soda called Blue Sky soda. It doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup in it, so sometimes I drink that.
Who hasn't said anything yet? Over there? I went to a few different colleges. I started at OCC, I went to University of Florida, and I graduated from John Jay, which is in New York City. Well, thank you for listening to us talk, and hope you liked it.
It's Laura, the smiling zombie.
I didn't smile the whole time.